What's happening, beautiful people? I hope you guys are doing phenomenal today. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I am Carrington Brown, your relationship expert, and we are on episode 9? Yeah, part 9 of Principles for a Christian Household. Right? Once again, 13 session series where I'm just breaking down Ephesians 5:21-33, giving you guys a little bit more clarity and understanding about what it looks like to really build a house or a family or a marriage that reflects I would say that the foundational blueprint that God put in place. So let's get into it, y'all. So today we'll be just talking about Ephesians 5:29. Ephesians 5:29 says this: after all, no one ever hated their own body, but they feed and care for their own body, just as Christ does the church. One more time. After all, no one ever hated their own body, but they feed and care for their body, just as Christ does the church. So let's go ahead and get into point 1. And once again, we still talking to husbands, right? Husbands were told to love your wives as your own body in verse 28. No, 28, my bad. Yeah, 28, husbands were told love their wives as their own body. So 29 is just a continuation of that concept as well. And so the first point is actually a question that I'm presenting to husbands. And the question is this: what is your body saying? Right, one more time. What is your body saying? Right? And the reason why I bring that question up is because the Bible talks about, hey, a man loves his own body and cares for his own body. Right? And we're supposed to love our wives and care for our wives like we love and care for ourselves. And the issue with that is a lot of us as husbands are caring and loving our wives like we care and love for our body. Right? Because we undisciplined with our body. We inconsistent with our body. We gluttonous and lustful with our body. We're not making the wisest decisions with our body. The way that we carry ourselves, how we eat, the way we overwork ourselves, the lack of sleep and rest that we get. Like, that's how we're treating our bodies, which in turn is a reflection of, in actuality, how we are treating our wives, whether we recognize it or not. And so I want all husbands to go to the mirror, take off their shirt, go to the mirror, look themselves in the mirror and ask yourself, hey, what is my body saying? Does my body say that I love myself? Does my body say that I'm a priority? Does my body say that I care for myself? Because if that's not the conversation or the expression or the comment that you're getting from your body, then you need to make some changes. Why? Because the more healthier you are, the more you care for yourself and the more you love yourself, the better you will be able to do that and be that for your wife. So that's point 1. What does your body say? Point 2 is this: a malnourished body lacks maximum functioning. One more time. A malnourished body lacks maximum functioning. If you're fat, obese, overweight, unhealthy, what you have to understand is this: a lot of times that's not an issue of eating too much food, but more so eating too much of the wrong food, right? Because one thing I've come to realize is that what fills us up as people from a food perspective is nutrition. And because of the level of processing that so much food goes through nowadays, the reason why people eat so much food is because they're not getting true nutrition. And so because of the lack of nutrition, you get all of these extra you have to get all these extra and additional calories in order to be filled, because the food that you eat is empty. It's just all empty calories. And so when we talk about a malnourished body lacking maximum function, if you think about a person who, let's go to a third world country or even maybe in your city, when you look at people that are homeless or struggling or going without, one of the challenges that come with that is the lack of food. When you don't have all the food and you're not getting all the calories and you're not getting all the nutrition that you need, you can't be you to the max and the fullest potential. Look at your phone. The lower your phone battery gets, the slower your phone moves, the less functioning it has the ability to do as well. And so you have to apply this same understanding to your physical body. You have to understand that, hey, if I don't give my body all the nutrition that it needs, I can't be used to the max capacity I need to be. If I don't get all the nutrients I need, it is impossible for God to use me to do and accomplish all that he desires for me to, because of the lack of nutrition and the malnutritious state that I'm in as a result of what I'm eating. So we got to make sure that we get enough calories and we got to make sure we get proper nutrition. Point number 3 is this: Kings, last video I told you to love you first. Here we go again. Point number 3 for today's video is this: love you first for sure, but love you like Christ loved the church first, right? The Bible directs you as a husband to love your wife like Christ loved the church. But in order for you to love her properly like that, one, you have to understand of what that is and what it looks like. And then two, you have to get practice on doing that. And the way that you get practice on loving your wife like Christ loved the church is by loving you like Christ loved the church. Right? Radical acceptance, unconditional love, sacrificially, by you choosing to be intentional about loving yourself first like that. When it comes to loving somebody else like that, specifically your wife like that, it'll be a piece of cake because you're already trained on how to do it. All right. So that's today's conversation, beautiful people. Verses Ephesians chapter 5, verse 29. For after all, no one ever hated their own body, but they feed and care for their own body, just as Christ does the church. Points were: one, what is your body saying? Take your shirt off, look in the mirror, husband, and ask yourself, what is my body saying about my love and my care for myself? Point number two is: a malnourished body lacks maximum functioning. If your body does not have all the nutrients that it needs, it is not possible for it to function properly. Therefore, you as a human being, as a man, as a husband, you cannot function properly as a husband without being fully without getting all the nutrients and nutrition that you actually need. Side note, not just from a food perspective, but also spiritual food. You got to be in that Bible and in that word and in that relation like you need to be the man and the husband that your wife deserves you to be. And point number three is, king, love you like Christ loved the church first. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever you feel like doing. All right. If you know somebody that needs this information, ladies, if you're a husband, be tripping on himself if he ain't taking care of himself. If you're a mom or a sister or a cousin, or you got a family member that ain't act right as a husband, as a man, send him this video so he can get himself together. All right. Lastly, if you're not following me, I'm on all social media platforms. I'm at TheCarringtonBrown. Love you guys so much. Talk to y'all soon. Peace out.